more further into the football perspective. A lot of these games are blown because he has to do so much to win games for his team. Because, quite frankly, for example, his defense has stunk for the last couple of years. Even this year, I told him before, they were still pretty bad. But what's happened this year with the Cowboys, they've found a way to mask their defensive deficiencies. So, by having a running game, establishing that, the whole nine. But Tony Romo still masks a lot of their problems. And I think Cowboy fans, I think a lot of football fans who just want to throw a narrative that doesn't make any sense, just to kind of have a conversation about it, it's just too easy to just throw it out there and say, oh, Romo's fault. It's too easy. Kind of like same with LeBron James for many years before he won in Miami. The same thing. People decided to just want to throw a narrative and let's stick to the wall, and that's it. And I think it's unfair. It's sad. I just think I wish people had more perspective when we discuss football matters. Unfortunately, we don't have that in sports now, and it's a lot more obvious now when you have social media behind it now too.
Who do you think has been the biggest athlete affected by social media?
In a positive way or negative way?
Negative way.
I would say LeBron James only because of the fact that here's a guy of his caliber in that rarefied era, call it, in that Jordan-esque, Kobe, Magic kind of like bubble, in that all-time great bubble. He's there now. He's in that all-time great bubble. If his career ended today, he's in that top 10 all-time great bubble. Mm-hmm. But if you hear the narratives around LeBron James, people who, especially people who are Kobe fans or Jordan fans, especially Jordan fans, they will go out their way to knock his accomplishments to boost their guy. And look, I keep telling folks this for years. It's not a race to the finish for who's number one when it comes to all-time greats. It's a big table, okay? It's not just Michael Jordan sitting at a table by himself. It's Jordan alongside Bill Russell, alongside Magic Johnson, alongside Larry Bird. It's a large table, and I think we treat, a lot of these guys, not we, but a lot of the people, but, they treat their idols or icons as though they're the only ones that they're there and they can't be touched. And I think we've lost that perspective when it comes to sports these days. Everything is so individual based. It's either and or and not. It's either this or that. There's no middle ground. There's no diversity. It's like either Jordan is the greatest or it isn't. And to me, that's not how it works, man. That's not sports. That's not how I was raised. And this is really the negative of social. That's the negative part of social media. Is that social media is great because hell, I've made a career now of this now because of social media. But at the same time, there's negatives, and negatives, of course, is being negativity. There's a lot more people who internet bullies and want to be seen and heard, and you have a lot of that exposure out there of people who just want to say things. And LeBron is pretty much the what I call the social media athlete, if you will, because he's fed off of that both positively and negatively.
Who do you think's been their stardom has been, overhyped, overrated due to social media?
Ooh, that's a good one. In sports in general?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Wow. That's a real good one. Because I feel like if I say certain names, I feel like I'm taking away from their greatness. And to me, it's not.
I feel like maybe. Aaron Rodgers is great, but I feel like, a lot of, actually, I'll say Drew Brees. Drew Brees doesn't get enough. He's had some, since the Super Bowl, they really haven't had a good team since the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Right. Well, a couple of decent teams here and there, but I see what you're saying. Let's not forget, Drew Brees is also 35 years old.
Yes.
Drew Brees, is doing things at an age now where this is where the deterioration is supposed to start. Now, you say, with Brett Favre and Brady and Manning didn't do that. Yeah, but those guys, that's an anomaly. That's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? I think with Drew Brees, for example, too. I think when you look at Drew Brees, it's like, you know, we forget that, you know, he had a good 5-6 year career in San Diego. Not great, it's good. Before, you know, in New Orleans. So I think we forget that. He's a lot older than we think he is. But I can see where you're coming from. I think Aaron Rodgers is definitely Aaron Rodgers is great. Period. I mean, you can't match that. I mean, the fact to me, I've been saying for about a year now, he's the most talented quarterback I've ever seen play football. You know, and I stand by that.
Couple more things before I let you go.
Okay.
Favorite Bob Sullivan Show, or best part of the Bob Sullivan Show?
Honestly, just kicking back. Honestly, none of those early shows, and you know, it's funny, I listen to those shows once in a while, too. And I actually listened to a couple episodes from 2012, actually about a month ago, when some of those summer shows we did after he won a championship. And obviously, you go through July, August, at that time of the year of sports, where football's not here yet, baseball is pretty much the only thing going on, and as you know, you're not really the biggest baseball guy in the world. Although I like it, I don't necessarily have to talk about it every day. But doing those shows and talking about the Batman release, for example, and talking about Jeff George should have been a great quarterback, and some of the conversations that we just kind of made up out of the blue. That's the part I think I've enjoyed the most of the show, because despite the time, despite whatever was going on, or not, or what was lack of going on in the world of sports or whatever, entertainment, we found a way to make our shows interesting, you know. And I think that's the most fun I think I had with you, was the fact that we talk about Saved by the Bell, for example, and for a 1 hour conversation on Saved by the Bell. What we wanted to. That was the greatest. It has been still the greatest about the Sullivan Show, and I think that's the biggest, my most enjoyable part of the show still to this day.
Well, EJ, you know, I'd probably still be, if it wasn't for being on, you know, co-hosting with you, you know, for a year or so, and then, you know, meeting you, truly appreciate everything you've done for me, and, you know, being on the show when you can. Love you, man. And
love you too, brother.
Here's to years to come.
Keep up the cool Snapchats.
Oh, yeah. I've sent a few. Yeah, Ronan was talking about that. Yeah, I haven't sent you any inappropriate ones, but yeah, I'll keep.
You've been fine.
But do you want to tell everybody where we can find you on Twitter?
You can find me on Twitter, of course, at the internet's right. EJ Christopher on Twitter, of course. You can find me. Get me. I love talking about anything. Get at me with that. Definitely find me, the Ernest Speaking Podcast, you know, on iTunes, on Stitcher Radio. By the way, Bob, I got to be back on the show soon. Really, really soon. We need to get some NBA talk going on. But yeah, you find me on there. Find out iTunes, on Stitcher Radio, and yeah, njcsports.com. Yeah, but once again, Bob, like I said, happy 3 years, and cheers to another 10 more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, it's there's been a lot of alcohol consumed on this show. None tonight, but a lot of alcohol consumed on this show, and that's led to some pretty interesting conversations. But yeah, EJ, I appreciate everything you've done, and we'll talk again soon.
Absolutely, man. So you take care of yourself, man. All right.
Thanks. And we'll be right back here with Johnny Maloris on the Bob Sullivan Show 3-year birthday. stay on the line after we're done.
Okay.
Millionaires are being made all season long at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes and you could be on your way to winning huge cash. This season, one listener turned $10 into $5,000. Another turned $2 into $10,000. And a new millionaire has been crowned nearly every week this season at DraftKings.com. You could be next. Imagine winning $1 million in one day just playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Head to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Enter Spreaker now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at LateNightSportsRadio.com.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to the show. 3 years, and I'm back here with Johnny Maloris, one of the loyal guests over the 3 years from WindyCityStars.com. Johnny, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, great, man. I can't believe it kept you on, for 3 years. I mean, for as much as, crap as you talk about fans, I'm surprised no one's even listening to this damn show.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised people listen, too. And, yeah, there's another thing.